welcome to my channel Van Janssen Design, where I talk all things lingerie design to give you the tips, the tricks and all the information you need to know if you want to run a lingerie design business. This week, however, I am mixing it up with swimwear. So every month I go to CSF Online's warehouse and pick a fabric, make something about it and talk to you all about the pros and cons, how to sew with it and all the information you might need to know about that product. Today we are talking all things swimwear and I have chosen Carvico fabric. Carvico is an Italian manufacturer of all swimwear fabrics. They have over 50 different types of fabric where they do fabrics for lingerie, swimwear or activewear. Like with all good ideas and designs, when you actually hit a fabric store, your ideas go that way and the fabrics are all there. So I went in and I was going to do florals and stripes and do quite a commercial looking pieces, and then got distracted and fell in love with all the brights. This, hello pink, this is one of the designs I chose. This is using the Iggy brief, which is free online for the lingerie, and I will get into rubber applications in a moment and tell you how you need to alter the pattern or if you do. So upon returning home with the 3 fabrics I chose, my daughter decided that she wanted to design a piece for her. And this is what she came up with: a green tankini top, pink bottoms, so you can't really see the pink, and obviously love hearts. So this is what I designed for her, and it is a tankini with the pink bottoms, but I just went for one heart because it is quite tricky to get it all on in an application way that I was happy with and the size she wanted the hearts. So after making her a set, I made me a couple of sets and we took them on a road trip and tested them all just to do a wearer trial and to see how it all worked. The good thing about swimwear fabric is it doesn't fray when you cut it. So if you don't have an overlocker, that isn't a high priority. It does make a better finish with an overlocker. However, if you don't have one, then I would suggest single needle sewing the seam, the mini zigzag in the edge of the seam. I was using white swimwear lining, so I have just used a standard white polyester thread. I would recommend using polyester threads throughout your swimwear, because if you use a cotton thread, it tends to cut into the fabric and there is a chance when you're using it in all the chlorine pools for it to break down. Bing, 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 bing. So this is a work in progress. It is from the Margot brief pattern, which is online, and I've just put 2 style lines for a colour block brief. Another design I am halfway through also making is a swimwear in neon pink with a built-in shelf. Now regarding fabrics, the pink is the Malaga. It is a matte finish. Carvico have over 100 shades, and to be honest, when I went into CSF Online store, they have many shades. You will find something you love. So the pink is Malaga, the blue is also Malaga, and then the green is Riviera. Now the main difference between Riviera is it has a silkier, softer touch than the Malaga, which is more matte. I would recommend using a ballpoint or jersey needle so not to stab and mark the fabrics when you're sewing, and this also helps avoid skip stitches. Now when it comes to putting your pattern upon the fabric, the grain line is parallel to the selvage. If you have chopped your selvage off, do not fear. You can pull one side and you can kind of hear it all goes a little bit rigid, so you can run your nail across, and when you do that, you know that that is running across the pattern, so the selvage is perpendicular. Now when it comes to lining, there are two versions you can take. One's a more of a woollier feel, it's more denser, it feels a bit more like sportswear. I prefer personally the lighter, silkier one. It's a little bit more lighter, a bit more see-through, and it just doesn't add the bulk to your swimwear. Although, let me not kid you, this can also be a bit of a bugger to sew. It can slip about a bit, especially if you're doing a full front lining, and if it does, I think just don't sweat it. You might have to trim a little bit off the sides, that's fine. I always have my pattern for my lining 2mm smaller around the whole pattern, just to allow the fact that it's going to move. And if you have a open-ended gusset, which is this shade because I haven't sewn it in, it just allows the top of it not to bag out and make that awful wave, which they can do after a while. Because you've made it smaller, you stretched it in around the legs. Now the tops I didn't line with swimwear, I just self-lined, which again was quite tricky to sew. However, the support was there. I'm an E-cup, so I prefer to strap them in, strap them down if I am wanting swimwear to actually do something rather than just lie on the beach. Now when it comes to attaching rubber, you have usually two widths. The most common width is a 6mm or an 8mm. The 6mm is great if you are wanting to use your same lingerie stretch patterns into swimwear. You can just don't have to alter the pattern. I went for an 8mm only because it's just got that little bit more sturdiness, and if you are moving all about in the pool, jumping in off the sides or in the sea, surfing or something, you don't want a light elastic for boobs, bums to fall out. You want something which you know is going to do the job. If you are using a 8mm elastic, you will need to add 2mm to all your patterns where that rubber is going instead of the elastic. And that's it. I hope that you attempt swimwear. It is sometimes a tricky one to master, but because you are not mixing it with different fabrics like you do in lingerie design, once you've mastered it, you will be able to create the most amazing coloured, well-fitting lingerie pieces just for you. If this has helped and you want any more information about lingerie design, I have books and e-courses and lots of free information on my website, vanjanssendesign.com. So go check it out, and if you have any questions, I can wax lyrical about lingerie fabrics, about design all day. Drop me a line and I hope I can help you.